I was speaking to Vivian Thompson, who is a Labor candidate for the upcoming federal election as a senator. Welcome to CCN, Viv.
Thank you.
Now you're one of the candidates. There are, I believe, 6.
3.
There are 3.
That's if it's a normal election.
Double dissolution is likely, isn't it?
At this stage, it's definitely on the cards.
Certainly on the cards, yes. Now, tell me this. With the ultimatum that Mr Turnbull has introduced to the Senate, either you vote in the ABCC or we have a double dissolution, do you think that issue is warranting of a double dissolution?
No, I don't. And the one thing, and I think a lot of people that I speak to say the same thing, is they're really disappointed in the government because they just don't know how to negotiate. I mean, it can't be that hard to sit down and speak to people.
That commission, I think the figures will say that when it was instituted it didn't do much as far as lowering costs, and when it was thrown out by the previous Labor government, no change was discernible.
No.
So what is the point in bringing it back? What's their stated aim of bringing it back?
Well, I mean, you can read so many different things into it. I mean, it could be they want to attack the unions. They want to discredit a lot of the work that the unions do. They are very firm in standing up for the workers' rights, and they have done for many years. To be honest, I really don't know what the benefit is, especially that the government will get out of it, because why would you attack just one area? I mean, people are constantly saying big business, especially with all the Panama Papers coming out now. I mean, if you're going to attack the unions, well, let's put process in place for the big business. I mean, there's a lot of rhetoric around about paying taxes and not paying taxes.
Or not paying taxes.
That's right. And I think someone summed it up really well the other day. You can not pay your tax, or you can actually actively avoid evasive action, paying tax.
Yep. And
I think that's where the big difference is. And really, at the end of the day, OH&S and things like that the unions pursue, to me, it's critical.
Of course it is.
I mean, we're talking about people's lives here.
Shortcuts.
Yeah, that's right. And it just, if you're going to attack this, then you attack that. If you've got to be fair. And that's pretty much what the Labor platform's always been. If you're going to bring one in for the unions, then you bring one in for the business.
For big business.
That's right.
Well, that leads us on to the Royal Commission into the banks, obviously. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a very courageous call for Bill Shorten to announce the Royal Commission, which was yesterday. I haven't read through any of the paperwork. I've been so busy campaigning, I haven't actually had time to sit down and read through it, but I think it's very courageous, and I think it's long overdue.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was brought up some years ago, in which the Labor Party then voted against it in the Senate. However, going on what was said last night when that was first mooted, that there's been such a continual litany of problems.
That's the issue, isn't it? Is that the evidence is overwhelming now, and it keeps coming up. I mean, with the lawsuits against Westpac. The Commonwealth Bank are implicated, ANZ Bank have been implicated, and other things.
The National Bank.
And the National Bank, quite a few years ago, were also implicated. So that's our 4 big banks. I mean, so
there are no others. Basically.
And I think if our banks are doing these underhanded, financial planners and trying to fix interest rates and all those sorts of things, I mean, it really makes you wonder, what don't we know? And
the other thing is, I know Scott Morrison said that it should be in the hands of the ACCC, but at the same time they have cut $120 million out of the ACCC budget. So they're obviously going to be short on resources. In the future,
I think you'll also find, though, too, as I was actually listening to a snippet out of an interview that he did. I can't remember the gentleman's name. He was the one that whistleblowed on the Commonwealth Bank about 8 years ago. I was listening to part of an interview of him driving over to Cowra this morning, and he was actually saying he went to ASIC, he presented them with all the information, and they did nothing, and he kept on pursuing them for 18 months. So there have been processes that have been tried to be put into place that haven't worked, and so at the end of the day, if those processes that were available had been followed, we probably would not be in this situation as we are today.
That's probably right, and of course you had the ComSure, the insurance arm of the Commonwealth Bank, that's also in deep trouble as well. Now let's learn about you. You were a ranger, I presume, with National Parks and Wildlife?
Yeah, I was a ranger for a period of time, and then I moved across into emergency management, and that's where I did a lot of my firefighting. Yep.
And you're actually a genuine farmer?
Yes, so I farm full time, and I have been for quite a few years.
And what do your farms grow?
Well, we're what you call a mixed farmer. So where our farm is, we have the option of basically either being graziers or croppers, because we're where the mountains basically come down into the flat country.
And whereabouts is the farm?
It's at Manama, which is just about 30 kilometres south of Cootamundra.
So it's in the general area?
Yeah, absolutely. So we farm, we still produce fine wool, because I love my merinos, I just love my wool products. We also have cattle, and we also do lambs, prime lambs, but we also have a fairly substantial hay production as well, which pretty much has been growing exponentially over the last 6 or 7 years.
Now the obvious question is, why would a farmer, genuine or not, stand for the Labor Party?
Because I honestly believe, as a farmer, we probably get more out of the Labor Party than we ever have out of a coalition government. I believe in a fair go on all sides, not just one side. And the other interesting thing is when I start talking to people, especially national people, as people that care for the country, you want a voice in politics on all sides of politics. Because the coalition's not always in government. And when the coalition's not in government, don't you want to have someone that you can go to that understands what the issues are and can actually speak on your behalf as well?
And you've got 3 children?
Yes. Right,
and they've all grown up?
Yes. Well, I've got one left at home.
Right.
Almost an empty nest.
Almost an empty nest. And so you'll have plenty of time to devote to the Senate machinations, for the want of a better word.
Yes, I don't think my partner would see it in that light, because he's lost my labour off the farm, which is a bit hard for him to come to terms with, because we work so closely together as well.
He'll have to find another tractor driver.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, someone else to rouse the sheep up the race. It is a perfect timing, and my children are very, very supportive. In fact, my daughter's now studying international relations and politics at university.
She'll be able to study Panama, won't she?
Yes, she will.
Well, all the best in the upcoming election, and thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
No, it's a pleasure. Thank you.